Hey everyone, it's LaShonda from Labors of Love here with another Therapy Thursday. And today I want to talk about a new matrix. Very often there are professions that assess success, improvement, uh, whatever, movement, and they use a certain matrix. I work a lot with educators, and we've talked a lot about how traditionally educators assess their success as a teacher or an educator by student outcome. If the students have performed well on an assessment, oftentimes the teacher says, well, I've done my job, done a good job educating the students. And different professions have different matrices, but oftentimes it's output, it's outcome, it's what's happening outside of me that can give me an accurate measurement of how I'm doing, how well I'm progressing. Well, I want to remind y'all that it's 2020. and that means so much that so many of us are still using matrices to assess how we're doing based on things that don't necessarily apply or are difficult to apply in 2020. I bring this up because as we are nearing the end of 2020, this is a time when people are usually prone to reflection. People are asking questions like, what did I learn this year? What am I willing to leave behind? What am I going to bring forth or lean into in the new year? And during this assessment period, people are using some form of measurement to decide how well they did. And for so many of us, that's directly tied to our sense of self, our sense of self-worth, our self-esteem, and the like. And so I just have, an encouragement. Maybe we need to look at a new matrix, because what was good in 2019 and before may not have necessarily been achievable in 2020, just based on the sheer nature that we're living in a global pandemic. And so what would happen if we actually looked at things that were inside of us, like our intent, our effort? I heard someone talk about hearing another podcast. I didn't actually hear it, but they called it the COVID good, right? COVID good. Because what's good in COVID may have been not so good outside of COVID, but once you in COVID, you like it's good enough, right? Sometimes just actually getting out of the bed and being able to feed yourself and your family, that may have been a bare essential in 2018 or 2019, but in 2020, that took a lot. And so some people are going to have a hard time embracing this because there are some beliefs underneath that say my value and worth are directly connected to how I perform. And I just wanted to offer an opportunity for people to at least accept the opportunity to let go of the previous matrices that we used to assess our value and know that we have value and inherent worth simply because we exist. And maybe we need to find another way of measuring when there are extreme circumstances like a pandemic. So whatever that means for you, I encourage you to be reflective as you look at the year that has passed and what we're going forth into, knowing that none of us have ever experienced this before. And since it's so different, we may have to look at it differently. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you'd like to reach out to me and you have suggestions for content, please reach out at www.thelaborsoflove.com. We are on all the major social media outlets, and I encourage you, please head over and like our new Instagram page, the LOL Pod. It's going to be an Instagram account specifically for the Labors of Love podcast. Don't forget our YouTube channel where every week we host our Therapy Thursday videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the podcast. Until we connect again, you all be well.